welcome back to my channel where you get to see behind the scenes, tips and tricks and tutorials and so much more. Today we're going to be going through 5 really easy transitions that you can follow and integrate into your reels, your TikToks, or other videos that you want. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I love doing transitions and I love editing videos and like doing little like fun edits, so I'm going to be walking you through all of them today, so let's get started. The first one that we're gonna do is a little hand twist transition. So what you're gonna do is just put 2 hands together like this, and then you're gonna have your hands sticking out towards the camera like you're spewing out a fireball. So you can twist your hand in any direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise, but the key is to have your wrists stick together so that you can have like that like circular motion here. So for all of the videos that you want to stitch together with this transition, make sure that your hands are turning in the same direction. Otherwise it just wouldn't make sense and then it would just kind of like ruin the whole concept of the transition. Make sure that when you do this twirl, this hand twirl I guess I call it, that you cover the lens with the twirl motion so that it can seamlessly transition into the second clip. After you have both clips ready, it's time to stitch them together. So when you import your 2 clips into the editing app, you want to make sure to trim the first video where you're rotating your hands halfway through and covering the full screen, and then start your second clip where your hands are covering the lens and then finish through with the motion in the same direction of the rotation. And then just like that, you have your first transition. Transition 2. This is going to be the very, very popular, very trending eye zoom transition, okay? So this is really popular when it comes to makeup transitions because it focuses on the face and it like really zooms in. So if you are a makeup guru or you're like really passionate about makeup or you just like want to show off your glam for the day, then this is definitely the transition to use. This video really gets to highlight your like before look, and then all of a sudden, well, bam! New eye look, new face, who dis? So this is gonna be how you can do that. There's only 2 movements that you really need to do. You're gonna be on selfie mode and then you're gonna need to be able to zoom with this first clip. Because the iPhone doesn't really have like a zoom function with the shutter button, I usually like to use Instagram and then just like save it and then edit from there. So you can use Instagram as well, but if you have a nicer phone and you don't want to reduce the quality by filming it on Instagram, you can just use your iPhone function or whatever phone you have and then just manually pinch while you're filming. But I just feel like that's a lot harder to get a seamless transition with, so you know, play around with it. And then right when you want to do the transition, you're gonna zoom into your eye or into whatever part of your face that you want to show. And it's really important that when you do the zoom, you want to do it like a quick zoom, okay? So make sure you do your like dance or whatever, you're smiling, your lip sync right before, and then quick zoom, okay? Quick zoom, because the next clip that you're gonna cut to is gonna be very zoomed in to like a part of your face, and you want to be able to have this like boom effect where like the person is like, oh, what happened? Oh my god, I didn't see that coming, you know? Now that you've filmed your before clip, it's time to film the second clip, and then here is the real trick. You have to start that second clip by also doing a smaller zoom and then zoom all the way out, okay? Because the whole effect is like a I hope that made sense. I sound like a dance teacher, you know, when they just like make sounds instead of like actually saying things, but you just get it, you know? Okay, don't start it without zooming in because that's really what's gonna help that smooth transition. Then when you go to editing, you're gonna trim that first clip right when it's like about to zoom all the way in, and then you're gonna start the second clip right when you are zooming in and then all the way out. That way, what it looks like is like it's like zooming into the second clip. If you're confused or have any questions about these transitions at any point, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer them as much as I can. So with some editing magic, you should have your second transition very easily done. This can be done by any beginner. What I love about these transitions is that they're very straightforward, okay? It doesn't take any rocket science to be able to do this. And I think that's also why it's like very trendy, you know? Like a lot of people are able to like take it and like catch on and be like, oh, okay, I could do this too, and now you can too. Now this wouldn't be a complete transition tutorial without your classic hand swipe transition. This is probably the first transition that I think anyone learns because it's so easy and so manageable, because all it's gonna take is like 2 movements as well. Actually just like 1 movement. Really, it's like literally taking your palm like this, your palm, and then going whew. This is a really popular transition because it can be used for literally anything, whether it's like a travel transition or like a makeup transition, outfit, people. All it takes is for you to just repeat the same motion in your 2 clips. For your first clip, you are just gonna do your dance or do your, yeah, it could also be used for a dance transition, right? Yeah, so you're gonna do your dance and like do your smiling, your lip sync, whatever. Take your palm and just swipe it across the camera. Okay, you got it? Are you sure? Slow motion, I know, we're going really fast here. Okay, ready, watch this. Woo. Sorry, okay, and that's it, that's the motion. So do that for your first video, and then your second clip, same motion, And then when you put it into editing, all you have to do is cut again, like the first hand twirl motion. A lot of these like transitions can be really seamless if you just cover the camera. That is really the hint to transitions, okay? Because it makes it so easy to transition without having to use masking or anything like that. Do the whole movement for both clips for any transition, just so that when you are in editing, you can just like pick and choose which part of the movement that you want to cut off and like continue through with the second video. I don't suggest you starting the second clip in like a halfway movement because like it just gets really choppy that way, okay? So don't do that. That's like key to editing. And just like that, you've learned 3 transitions already. Look at that, you're a wizard. This next transition is the head turn transition. This is also one that's very trending and is usually paired with the audio that goes like, haha, boo, or whatever. Wait, no, it's, and then they turn their back, and I'm like, boo! You can use that audio if you find it. I'll have it on my Instagram as well if you want to use that, but if not, you can use your own audio, find your own, mix your own music, mix and match, moose and squirrel, who knows where that's from. It's really important that you don't move the camera. In fact, for most of these, I feel like it'd be best if you don't move the camera, but for this one in particular, don't move the camera because you want to have that same angle with your hair and your head. So place your camera, selfie mode again. When you're doing the movement, swiftly turn your head around. I suggest doing it a couple times. Shake your head a little bit, make sure it covers the camera, stand close. It's really important that you stand close enough to the camera so that when you do that head turn, it's really like just covering the whole thing. If you stand too far away, it just doesn't look seamless at all. So again, it's covering the lens. So we did talk about that, the key. Then swerve. So then pop over to your editing and then start trimming it towards where your head turns around in the first clip and then covers the lens, and then pick it up again with the second clip just like this. For this last transition, it is a little bit advanced, but I know you can do it because you have leveled up 4 new transitions in your arsenal now. This one is gonna be the head push transition. And the reason why I say it's a little bit more advanced is because it's gonna take a little bit more coordination. The place that you have to stand in the camera should be kind of like similar to where the second clip would be, okay? So let me explain. In your first clip where your head will get pushed down, you also have to stand very close to the camera. When you are standing closer to the camera and a hand comes up like this, you get to have that like effect where it looks like it's someone else's hand. So the action that you're gonna do is you're gonna do your like lip sync, whatever, and then take your hand and just go like this, and then you wanna push yourself out of the frame, and you wanna do it pretty swiftly as well. And the place that your head ducks towards in that first clip also kind of matters. Make sure that your hand follows through with the movement with your head. When you are pushing your head, it drops out of frame as much as possible. I suggest like bottom corner. And then when you film your second clip, make sure that your hand is also kind of like close to the screen. Estimate where your head was, so you just measure where your head is and then go like this, then you're like, oh, okay, that's where my head is. Boom! Pushing it out of the frame, the same place or the same direction that your head was falling in the first clip. You want to make sure you're using the same hand, Again, just for reassurance, do it a couple times so that you know you have the exact clip that you want. It'll be very straightforward when you edit this one because you'll be able to see the moment your hand starts like pushing your head out of the frame, and then you can just like cut to the second one where your hand's already starting to be in motion. Another hint for editing these transitions is to cut during the motion because it's so fast that the eye won't be able to like track the little nuances there. So when you put it all together, it should look something like this. I hope you were able to learn something today and follow along seamlessly. If you did, then let me know in the comments which one was your favorite transition to use. And if you become a master at transitions because of this video, then I would love to know in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more of these kind of videos. Feel free to check out my Instagram for more creative content. I will link all of the videos that you saw today in the description down below because they're all on my Instagram as well. And you can use that for reference and save it and like use the music there if you want to as well. Save this video for future references for when you want to create those videos, and also tag me on Instagram if you do create those videos. And with that being said, go create a life that you're proud of. See you next time. Bye. That's just my baby dog. That's just my baby dog. That's just my baby dog. That's just my baby dog.